長引きがち。
っていうか、グループ作っとこうか。
ああ、そうだね。
ミナト。二人ってさ、付き合ってんの？
違います。
この後ミキも来るよ。ミキ？何その組み合わせ。
What's going on, my friends? We are talking about episode number 2 of Ramparts of Ice. And one of the things I have built my channel on, or channels on, is being very upfront and honest. There's something missing about this show, and I can't quite put my finger on the pulse on exactly what that is. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's fine. I think it's watchable for sure. I didn't have the worst time watching episode number 2. There was interesting things happening this episode, which is Koyuki getting closer to 𝐜𝐴 the giraffe. Seeing her friend Miki come out to more than just her, right? She's showing her real self to 𝐜𝐴, and later in the episode, Minato. We got to find out that Minato, which is the guy who has a really strong interest in Koyuki, and it seems like he has a hero complex as well. We found out that, you know, 1, he has a hero complex, it seems. And 2, he actually had a girlfriend this whole entire time, and his whole shtick, his whole thing at school is that girls like him and get tired of him, and they break up with him constantly. So he's on his 4th, 5th girlfriend, whatever it actually ends up being here. So the episode kind of in the middle end-ish of the episode has him getting broken up with by another girl, and him then pursuing the person he wants to save in Koyuki, but kind of his stopgap is the fact that 𝐜𝐴 has been hanging out with him, and he's like, what's going on there? Are you interested in my next target kind of thing? And who knows what's going to happen from that. Now, if all these things sound interesting, they are if I write them down, but as I was watching it, I don't know. Again, I want to be clear, the show so far, 2 episodes in, is labeled. And I'm not labeling this, okay? If you look on my anime list, if you look on Live Chart, if you look on Netflix, the show is in the genre comedy romance, okay? I didn't put that genre on there. I didn't put those tags on there. The show is in that genre. I have not laughed once. Now, don't get me wrong. When Koyuki went home later on in the episode and she was like, oh, am I smiling? Did I have a good time? I thought that was funny. But when I say it was funny, I don't mean like it didn't make me laugh. I just thought that was like, oh, that's a funny moment, right? Like, I have yet to laugh. So comedy doesn't seem to be happening in this show. And you would think 2 episodes in, we would have at least for me personally, you may have laughed. And if you did, put it down in the comments what scene that you laughed on, okay? But for me, I would assume almost an hour of content. You know, each episode is what, 23 minutes, you know, or something like that, 25 minutes. So about 50 minutes of content between 2 episodes. I would assume that there's been at least one moment where I'm like, And again, expectations is the thief of having a good time, right? Like, it can rob you of having a good time. But the reality is, you know, it's impossible not to compare this to You and I Are Polar Opposites, right? From the same author. And of course, that one was front and center with the comedy, and I'm not expecting it to be that level. But if it's a comedy romance, I do expect there to be some funny moments, and it just hasn't happened yet. I would say this is more drama, slice of life romance. I would say it fits into those categories: drama, slice of life, romance. Again, it is what it is. You know, going into it, I was expecting comedy romance. I was expecting a girl who, you know, is quiet, coming out of her shell, and starts shooting the stuff with her friends. And maybe that is what we're gonna get. Maybe it's building up to the funny moments. But again, you would just expect within 50 minutes that I would have a couple of moments of actual laughter. Now, for the rest of the episode, I think it was cute but boring. Has her being defended by Mr. Giraffe. They end up walking to cram school together. They get a little bit closer. She gets some more familiarity. Basically, she's making one more friend, or she's making her first friend outside of Miki. They open up and they have really good, easy conversation. And that's the main thing you want in a friendship or potential romantic partner is us having a conversation. Is it easy? It should never be a difficult thing to talk to somebody. It should be a very easy thing that comes natural. And I think that it did. They later on rope in Miki, and they all three are having good banter and conversation together. So that's kind of where the happiness comes from. Then you have the whole entire Minato stuff. Again, I talked about it already. Had a girlfriend, constantly gets broken up with. That's his stigma at school, is that girls just, they like him, they break up with him. He can never keep a girl type deal because of his personality. We find out that he has a big hero complex. He likes to fix people. That's a whole entire weird thing. That's a weird thing to have. That is like a mental illness in my book. I don't care what anybody says. Being like a hero complex is a weird thing, but he has it, and he set his eyes on our girl. He kind of shoves his way into their what do you call it? Into their their school, into their study sessions. And now we're gonna see what ends up happening as he kind of introduces himself into that. So that's where we end off on the episode. Again, if I write down everything that happened and the takeaways I have from it, seems pretty good. And I guess it really is. But it was just boring for me. So this was a 6 out of 10. I think it was totally watchable. I think it was fine. I wasn't like, I didn't pause. I didn't look away. I didn't need to turn it off or anything. I watched the whole episode. But it just wasn't like after, when it was ending, I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch more. Just like, whatever. See you next week. You know what I mean? Like, it was that feeling. So let me know your guys' feelings in the comments below. I want to stick with this one because I want to have faith. But if it drags on, it's going to be a really hard recommendation. So I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I really want to hear from you guys. I want to engage with you guys in the comments. So let me know if you're watching this video, comment down below what you thought about the episode. Be real. If you loved it, be real. Hold nothing back. If you don't agree with me at all, hold nothing back. If you do in some cases or some don't hold back. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.